What's happening, man? How is everybody doing, man? How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? We are in the building. What's up? We about to get into it. Jimmy Fields in the building. Jacob Mullins in the building. The whole squadron is in the building. The whole squadron is in the building. Yeah, let's get it started. Let's get it cracking, man. Wow.
I want to go out to some breaking news. Earlier today, we featured a police chase that was going on. This was the aftermath of a crash that happened with the motorcyclist suspect. And we learned through Fox 11 in Los Angeles that the motorcyclist suspect was accused earlier in the day of shooting a sheriff's deputy. And now we are learning an update from officials on that deputy right now here on Live Now from Fox. Let's listen in.
Heavily, I don't even know what to say. We're embedded in sorrow. Unfortunately for our department, this has happened way too often. When we talk about this young man, his wife, 2-year-old daughter, and the couple was expecting, his mother and his 4 brothers and sisters are who have to live with this, along with the members of his department who are out there serving with him today. We're going to do our very best to the most important thing at this point, and that's to make sure that we bring the suspect to justice and take good care of that family. I'm going to introduce my partner, RDA Jason Anderson, and then afterwards, Jason and I will take some questions. Jason?
Good afternoon, Jason Anderson with the San Bernardino County District Attorney's Office. Obviously, this is a very sad but fluid situation. We've been monitoring information that we've gotten from the Sheriff's Department, other agencies that have been involved in this. We anticipate receiving reports very, very quickly within the next couple days. Obviously, the status of the suspect will determine the timing of our filing of our charges, but clearly we're looking at this as a murder on a peace officer, which makes it a significant case. As the sheriff has indicated, there's a component perhaps of domestic violence too at the home. As you can imagine, it's so fresh that we're still trying to get details on that, but we will weigh all of the facts and the information that we have and move forward in terms of making a charging decision, likely within the next 2 days of this.
Okay. So cop got killed. I guess this is the story about it.
Looks like either the fast track or the HOV lane here. At times he was in the center divider. Ooh, okay, wow. So there's a CHP motorcycle that is now attempting to intercept this guy as he's fleeing from the CHP. I don't know if any of the other agencies took off as well. We had Rancho Cucamonga Police Department. We had CHP as well as...
How fast do you think he's going? What does it say? 123? Wow. 123 miles an hour.
The Sheriff's Department that were at the location there in Rancho Cucamonga, in that neighborhood where the deputy reportedly was shot, possibly by this person. At least they are they're acting as if this is the person of interest. They had surrounded the home, and then he just took off on the motorcycle. So we'll see if that CHP motorcycle is able to keep up with him, or even wants to keep up with him at 100 plus miles an hour here weaving through traffic. They're just going to do the best they can to track it from the helicopter, and then just stay in proximity in the event that this comes to a stop, either on his own or worst case scenario, he manages to collide with anything here on the freeway. So now back using all lanes of the 210 freeway here at over 100 miles an hour. It doesn't take much for somebody not to see this guy and cut him off. And there is the CHP directly behind him. Wow, that is some riding right there.
Wow.
Backing off just slightly as he gets a little closer to speeds of 150 miles an hour, which we saw, at least according to our Sky 5 map,
50.
at times. It was indicating about 150 miles an hour.
$150.
So definitely a fast-moving motorcycle, possibly armed. Again, they believe this person in connection with that deputy that was shot. So they're going to, they're under the assumption that this person could be armed. And, okay.
Wow, he's getting close to him. Wait, is there an actual possibility to do a pit maneuver motorcycle to motorcycle? That doesn't seem very safe.
That would be fatal, probably.
Yeah, it's for both.
Yeah, I would. He got very close there as he was having the break, but no, I would be surprised. I've never seen motorcycle to motorcycle. I mean, that could take the deputy down as well, especially at these speeds. So I'm not entirely sure what the what kind of intervention that motorcycle can do other than just keep up with him and show this person that he is being pursued and he needs to bring this to a stop. Those CHP motorcycles, they do have speakers on them, so he could make an announcement. Whether or not that's going to do any good, it's hard to say, but he could be, he's got lights and sirens blaring right behind him. We just saw a black and white a squad car on the freeway directly as he had just passed. Okay, let me wind out here. It looked like he had turned around on the motorcycle. A squad car on
he's turned
the
around
freeway directly as that he had just passed. Okay, let me widen out here. It looked like he had turned around on the motorcycle. I was just getting ready to push in. It looked like he had spun himself around on the seat. It's possible that somebody there at state.
Okay, we just lost our.
And was riding backwards.
He was trying to.
We should be back here.
He was trying to do what?
He was trying to do a motorcycle trick at over 100 miles an hour. Is that what you're saying?
It looked like he had spun himself around on the seat just before rear-ending that car here at a high speed. I got to be a little careful here. I don't know the condition of that rider at the moment, but that motorcycle certainly collided with another car here right on the eastbound side of the 210 in Upland. I'll try and get you a better.
So this is the deputy that was killed right here?
Honoring a fallen hero as San Bernardino County Sheriff's Deputy Andrew Nunez is shot and killed in the line of duty before his suspected shooter leads officers on a wild pursuit. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin. Right now, the heartbreaking procession is being held for Deputy Nunez from Arrowhead Regional Medical Center to the San Bernardino County Coroner's Office. And we begin now with Rich Prickett overhead in Sky 5. Rich.
Yeah, Micah and Cher, we are on the final stretch here of this procession that's made its way from the Arrowhead Regional Medical Center and now approaching the San Bernardino Medical Examiner's Office, where you can see the flag that has been raised by the local fire department here. A very large response by the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department and neighboring agencies, all in support of Deputy Andrew Nunez, who was shot while responding to a domestic violence call early on this afternoon. Deputy Andrew Nunez sadly leaves behind a wife, a 2-year-old daughter, and a unborn child as they are expecting their second child. And you can see the turn now into the medical examiner's office. That passenger van there, sheriff's passenger van, is carrying the body of Deputy Andrew Nunez, and he will be brought out and brought into the office here in just a moment. There's a long row of deputies that are lined up, all saluting the arrival here of Deputy Nunez. And again, we should see him offloaded here in just.
I think the suspect, he had turned around on the bike and he was about to start shooting at the cops that were following him when the bike struck a car, because, you know, he was turning around, so he couldn't guide the bike, steer the bike. So it struck a car and he flipped off of it and looked like he was apprehended.
Just a moment. Let me take just a moment here to widen out and show you how long this procession is. Well over a mile long of, again, all agencies, neighboring agencies, as well as the Sheriff's Department, and of course the Rancho Cucamonga Police Department, that are all here in concert for this procession. Some of the streets have been blocked off for just a moment. You can see some people that are standing out on the corner as well. Those are all firefighters that have also come out to support this procession that's ongoing. Again, we are in San Bernardino County at this point, or in the city of San Bernardino, where this procession is now about to come to a conclusion. Live in Sky 5, and Rich Prickett. Send it back to you in Hollywood.
Okay, Rich, thank you. We are learning more about Deputy Nunez at this hour as he leaves behind a 2-year-old daughter and a pregnant wife.
KTLA 5's Rachel Menitoff is live in Upland with more on this breaking story. Rachel?
Sheriff Micah, Deputy Nunez was responding to a domestic violence situation in Rancho Cucamonga when a man shot at him. This same man then led CHP on a wild and dangerous pursuit on the 210 East, which was shut down for.
He was responding to some bitch. He was going to save some bitch. Save some bitch.
Some time, as you can probably tell, they've reopened 1 or 2 lanes and traffic is crawling at this hour.
We're embedded in sorrow. Unfortunately for our department, this has happened way too often.
San Bernardino.
Damn.
Motorcycle and was seen weaving in and out of traffic on the 210 West Monday afternoon, reaching speeds of up to 130 miles per hour. Deputies say an off-duty officer intervened, ultimately causing the motorcyclist to crash into his car. The man in question is now in stable condition, awaiting charges.
Given such a fluid situation and so tragic, where so many different departments can come together and work very, very quickly and very, very closely to not only give information to the family to help them get towards closure, but to be able to make the appropriate professional decisions.
Sheriff's deputies are lined up outside Arrowhead Regional Hospital in Colton to show their respect for their fellow officer who gave of his life protecting others.
Wonderful Deputy Sheriff. I can tell you from seeing all of the long faces of his partners that this tragedy hits close to his personal family, obviously, and certainly to the greater Sheriff's Department family.
Charges will likely be murder of a police officer or of a peace officer. Authorities are now waiting to interview the suspect from his hospital room, and his condition will dictate when those charges are filed.
R.I.P. to that fallen officer, man. R.I.P. to that fallen officer.
First up this afternoon.
R.I.P. to that fallen officer, man. We got a lot going on tonight, man. Sponsor the show, man. We got a lot going on tonight, man. A lot. lot going on tonight, man. A lot is going on tonight. He's about to crash. What you mean? What are y'all talking about, man? I'm reading something on my phone, man. Y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are crazy. Let me do like this, man. Okay, there we go. Y'all funny as shit.
First up this afternoon, two sisters from Bayshore are facing charges this afternoon, accused of stabbing a mastic man just outside of his home. And those teens are expected to face a judge for the first time. Our Jonathan Gordon is outside the courthouse in Central Islip for their arraignment. Jonathan, what are you learning about this disturbing story?
Well, sisters Diamond King and Maia King Harrison did not speak as they were transferred from police custody earlier today right here to the courts. The 18-year-old Diamond and 19-year-old Maia were each charged with gang assault in the first degree and assault in the first degree, accused of this playing a role in this vicious stabbing. Suffolk County Police said the sisters stabbed 21-year-old Nika Casatana outside his home in Mastic near the intersection of Dana and Dean Avenues late Saturday night. The surveillance video given to News 12 by the family shows the moment that Nico runs back into the home to call police that he had been stabbed as his sister begs for him to stay awake while first responders eventually rushed to the home. In an exclusive interview, Nico's father told News 12 that the girls were after the victim's 14-year-old sister before stabbing Nico in the back when he intervened to break up the fight. It's unclear why they were after the young teen in the first place, but the victim's father said the daughter had been the target of bullying before. This time it turned violent. Now he's hoping for justice.
All this is on camera. All of it is on camera, all on surveillance, and unfortunately, it's in the hands of the law to take care of the situation.
And at last check with the family, Nico is in stable condition, but still in a medically induced coma after being airlifted to Stony Brook Hospital, where he underwent several surgeries over the weekend, and again is now in that medically induced coma as he's hopefully on his way to recovery today.
Wow.
We are here in Central Islip in Suffolk County. Jonathan Gordon, News 12.
Wow. Black women
Police
are
said
more.
the sisters stabbed.
Black women are more likely to commit murder than white men. That's crazy. More likely to commit murder than the white man. The white man. That's a motherfucker, sisters. Damn, sisters. Y'all more likely to commit murder than the white man. That's one of the damnedest stats ever, man. That's one of the damnedest stats ever. Like, you can't. Yeah, oh yeah, we're gonna move over to OckNationNews.com at 12 o'clock. Everybody, support the channel, man. Sponsor the show, man. I'm on YouTube for you YouTubers, man. I'm on YouTube for you YouTube people. Y'all better sponsor the show, man. If y'all like this show on YouTube, I come over here for y'all, man. I could be on my own channel, man. Like last night, we had a good turnout last night, man. Who was on the show last night on the end of the show on OckNationNews.com? Who was on the stream with us last night, man? Salute to Anthony Madison, man. Australia always in the building. Australia is always in the building. Australian is always in the building. Shout out to Oakview, man. Yeah, man. Last night we was over there, man. You ain't even know. Like Rick Ross, you ain't even know. Man, you sisters, man. Sisters be whacking shit, man.
Big story we're following this afternoon. A man serving a life sentence for the murder of a Baltimore City police officer now facing new charges in what was a scheme to get out of prison. Prosecutors say Brandon Grimes used outside help to concoct a plan to falsify a ballistics report and then get released.
They also say he was trying to defraud the state out of more than $1 million.
And WJZ investigator Mike Halgren live with this exclusive tonight. And Mike, break down what happened.
Rick, Nikki, according to charging documents, Grimes faked a ballistics report to try to show that it was not him, but someone else who killed Detective Troy Chesley back in 2007. He not only wanted to gain his freedom, but hundreds of thousands of dollars in payments for the state for a wrongful conviction. The charging documents read like a movie script. Brandon Grimes, serving life without parole for the murder of Baltimore City Detective Troy Chesley almost 18 years ago, was trying to do whatever he could to get out of prison, where he was serving a life sentence without the possibility of parole. Detective Chesley was killed during a robbery while he was off duty. In that violent attack, he managed to shoot at Grimes, who survived. Fast forward to last March, when Grimes, imprisoned at the North Branch Correctional Institution in Cumberland, filed paperwork that he was innocent of the murder, alleging an assistant state's attorney had turned over to Grimes various pieces of newly discovered evidence she found. Among those documents was a ballistics report she claimed she found in a box somewhere. It alleged BPD suppressed that ballistics report, and a document labeled confidential showed Grimes was shot by the same weapon that killed Detective Chesley and therefore could not be his murderer. Prosecutors say it did not take them long to unravel the scheme. The style of the ballistics report was not authentic, the property numbers didn't match, and the two firearms experts listed in the faked report never worked on the real thing. Authorities were later able to determine Grimes convinced a woman he met on Facebook that he is the victim of a miscarriage of justice. In recorded calls from prison, he laid out the plan to falsify the ballistics report, telling her, "My fight is to get the expletive out of here." He planned to get money from the state for a wrongful conviction to the tune of more than $1.4 million, documents state, and told her, "When I get this exoneration money, I'll make sure you don't work again."
Yeah, women are so gullible, man. These jail dudes be playing the shit out these women, man. These jail dudes are something else, man. That's a nice little scheme, man. That's a nice little scheme. Shout out to this dude, man. He got this woman. We can't, half of us, we lonely and shit out here, man. You can't get a date on Friday night. This nigga in jail. Shout out to Mandy J, man. Mandy, where you been at, man? Long time no see, man. Mandy is in the building. Mandy, make sure you open up a tab with OckNationNews.com in it. At 12 o'clock, we'll be going over there. Make sure you open up a tab with OckNationNews.com. That's the website. That's my beloved website. Yes. Make sure you do that. Salute to you, Mandy J. Long time no see, man. Shout out to Mandy. Yo. Salute to this guy, man. And this ain't no, I guarantee you this is a white woman. You know what? Matter of fact, let me ask you guys. I'm going to ask you guys. I ain't even going to tell you. I'm going to ask you guys, man. I'm going to ask you guys, man. I'm gonna ask you guys, man. Let me get the poll up, man. Let me get some Viagra so I can get this poll up, man. Let me see. Let me see. We're gonna see. Cause she need to get arrested too. Um. Everybody, take the poll, man. Take the poll, man. I want to see what you guys think about this, man. I want to see what you guys think about this, man.
The charging documents read like a movie script. Brandon Grimes, serving life without parole for the murder of Baltimore City Detective Troy Chesley almost 18 years ago, was trying to do whatever he could to get out of prison, where he was serving a life sentence without the possibility of parole. Detective Chesley was killed during a robbery while he was off duty. In that violent attack, he managed to shoot at Grimes, who survived. Fast forward to last March, when Grimes, imprisoned at the North Branch Correctional Institution in Cumberland, filed paperwork that he was innocent of the murder, alleging an assistant state's attorney had turned over to Grimes various pieces of newly discovered evidence she found. Among those documents was a ballistics report she claimed she found in a box somewhere. It alleged BPD suppressed that ballistics report, and a document labeled confidential showed Grimes was shot by the same weapon that killed Detective Chesley and therefore could not be his murderer. Prosecutors say it did not take them long to unravel the scheme. The style of the ballistics report was not authentic, the property numbers didn't match, and the two firearms experts listed in the faked report never worked on the real thing. Authorities were later able to determine Grimes convinced a woman he met on Facebook that he is the victim of a miscarriage of justice. In recorded calls from prison, he laid out the plan to falsify the ballistics report, telling her, "My fight is to get the expletive out of here." He planned to get money from the state for a wrongful conviction to the tune of more than $1.4 million, documents state, and told her, "When I get this exoneration money, I'll make sure you don't work again." Prosecutors allege he later connected with an unidentified person to assist in fixing the ballistics report, saying his homeboy can do everything you need. If you need a birth certificate changed, he can do that. In recorded conversations, the unknown man repeatedly assures Grimes, making statements to the effect of, "I got you, I got you." Authorities then moved in. City State's Attorney Ivan Bates personally requested Grimes be moved to a lockup in Baltimore, where he is facing these new charges. Detective Chesley's memory has been honored over the years by the city, including a street renamed for him in 2021. Now, the case is moving forward with a motion for a speedy trial, and it's next set to go before a judge on November 24th. Live in your corner in Southeast Baltimore, Mike Helgren, WJZ.
Yo, I think that's a white woman. I think that's a white woman.
Mike, thank you. And
I think that's a white woman. I think that's a white woman that did that, man. That's my sister get a son, man, anytime she want, man. Sister get a son, man, anytime she want. And I'm not saying that they don't get the ones in jail too, but I think that was a white woman did that, man. I think that's a white woman did that. And why she not, why didn't they? I think that's a white woman, man. I guess we ain't. I guess we'll have to. If I find out, I'll tell you guys, man. Let me see what the poll says. Let me see what the poll says. Let me see what the poll says. Let me get a look at this poll. Let me get a good look at this poll, man. Wait, what the fuck? Yeah, most of y'all think it's a white woman. I agree. Only a white woman would do some stupid shit like that. Yeah, man. I think a white woman would get duped like that. Just from being, just from wanting to help a son, man, like that. Let's go out west, man.
I never thought it was going to be the last time I would have seen my son or my nephew.
A mother burying her son and nephew after they were killed in an East Las Vegas robbery. Good evening. I'm Denise Valdez.
And I'm Brian Loftus. Police arrested 2 shooters for murder and a plea deal possibly in the works. 8 News Now reporter Joshua Piguero speaking with the victim's mother, and you're hearing it for the first time here. Joshua.
Brian, Denise, multiple cameras captured a deadly shooting at an East Las Vegas parking lot. Last Thursday, I reported on how those videos led to the arrest of Henry Ramirez and Julio Bautista Martinez. Today, we're hearing from the victim's family, who 6 months later find it hard to move forward.
It's a horrible feeling losing a child. There's no words to describe my daily pain that I go through.
Janice Sanchez built this altar for her son, 24-year-old Luis Santiago Iscabel Jr., who she affectionately calls Junior.
We had a mom and son's night out, and we had so much fun.
There are also photos of her nephew, 21-year-old Carlos Gael Garcia.
Because they were just funny people, funny guys.
Both Junior and Gael are buried together in this cemetery in Michoacan, Mexico. Julio Bautista Martinez and Henry Ramirez each face
That's wicked on the left, man. It's wicked. That's what wicked look like, man. Y'all ain't know that, man. That's what wicked look like, yo. If y'all want to know what wicked look like, that's what he look like, y'all. Wicked FaceTime me, man. So wicked. That's wicked right there, man. The one on the left. That's who he looked like, man. He said, I figured wicked be darker. That's wicked right there, man. Wicked a whole goddamn Aztec, man. He said wicked a white man. Nah, I'm just fucking with him. He tried to say I look like this criminal last night. He said this criminal when he was on OckNationNews.com last night. He said this son man looked like me, man. And that motherfucker didn't look nothing like me. I'm talking about nothing like me. Only thing we had in common was we was black.
Two counts of murder for killing Junior and Gael on April 13th near Pecos and Owens. Clark County prosecutors used these videos, including this one from a Tesla, to build murder cases against them. Sanchez still remembers going to the scene and seeing her son and nephew's body.
It's just an empty hole in my heart that is missing him. It's hard to move forward. It's hard to concentrate. It's hard.
Damn, she said it's hard to concentrate. Think about this woman, man. You know what I mean? This woman, she's expressing the same things that the black moms express. But she's expressing it a little differently. It's subtle differences. Press 1 between the mourning Ombrita mom and the mourning black mom. Just subtle differences, man. A few, of course, she was able to describe her son in more ways than just being funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, gave you more descriptions of his character and personality than just being like a jokester or something like that. But yeah, and she's more, descriptive of her feelings, you know what I'm saying? Of more able to convey her sorrow and her pain. Sisters, it's just like they just don't. I don't know if we have a grasp of the English language, and we know that that's happened in the last 30 years, where blacks have lost their grasp of the English language. But even this on Breeder woman is able to, just eloquate her thoughts better than the average sister, man. Jimmy Fields Productions says some women murder lies at a higher rate than vitamin. Yeah, that's the damnedest thing, man. The white man this, the white man that. And really nobody be on the white man ass more than sisters. Sisters stay on the white man's ass. That's a fucking that's a stat, boy. That stat is insane.
Forward. It's hard to concentrate. It's hard for me to go back to work. This has completely shattered our lives.
Investigators found 13 shell casings at the parking lot from 2 different guns. Osvaldo Garcia, who is Gael's brother, was there that night and told prosecutors, "The last thing that I heard was one of them say, 'Run them chains,' which is a way of saying that you're getting robbed for your jewelry. And in a split second, they just took out guns and just shot them right in front of me." Sanchez and her sister, Gael's mother, have gone to all the court hearings, but it hasn't been easy.
You feel powerless being in front of them because you can't do anything. There's nothing that is going to bring my son back or my nephew. I never hated somebody so much like I hate them.
Janice Sanchez says she wants justice for her son and nephew. Both didn't have any weapons on them and were killed after a party. She hopes both shooters get life sentences. Brian?
Henry Ramirez and Julio Bautista Martinez scheduled to appear in court next Monday for a settlement conference. A discussion between them and prosecutors will happen on possibly reaching a plea deal.
Vegas is off the chain.
A shooting in North Las Vegas leaves a 19-year-old woman dead. Thanks so much for joining us tonight at 11 o'clock. I'm Sasha Loftus. This happened late Friday night in what many describe as a quiet, family-friendly neighborhood near Craig and Clayton. 8 News Now reporter Nick Summers spoke with neighbors who say it happened at a home being used as a short-term rental. He joins us live in studio tonight with more.
Sasha, neighbor.
Okay, so a home being used as a short-term rental. So that 1,000% means that these were fucking proto-humans that did this shit. 1,000% proto-humans, man. No one has done more harm to Carnival Cruise Line, Spirit Airlines, Uber, DoorDash, goddamn internet dating sites, Facebook Marketplace. Everything that basically everything that's come up in the last 20 years, all the new advances in society, Lyft. No one has done more damage to it than Sons, man. We ruined all that shit. So when you hear short-term rental, you know goddamn well Sons did this shit.
Being used as a short-term rental. He joins us live in studio tonight with more.
Sasha, neighbors tell me that shooting happened at a home they believe is being rented out as an Airbnb. Families living nearby say they heard gunshots followed by screaming and people running down the street. And tonight, 8 News Now has obtained video from a neighbor's security camera that captured the moment shots were fired.
There was a lot of youngsters here walking to the house, and usually...
Oh, these might be on burritos, man. Look at that fucking Olmec, man. God damn, look at that face, man. Look at that face, man. That motherfucker is a human time capsule, man. Yeah, these was on burritos. Okay, so these might be on burritos.
We never see youngsters having a party in the house here. It's either older people or younger people as myself with family already.
Parents like Roberto Lambaron say the incident is deeply alarming, especially since children live and play nearby. One neighbor even caught part of the chaos on camera and shared that footage with us, showing the moments surrounding the shooting.
Hold on, time out. Man, spoken too soon. Man, spoken too soon.
Footage with us, showing the moments surrounding the shooting.
I mean, no one really does live there. And
that where they was running, these are sons, man. These are son movements, man.
And shared that footage with us, showing the moments surrounding the shooting.
I mean, no one really does live there. And
the way that dude in the hoodie bent that corner, man, that was like a son. He bent that corner like a son.
And shared that footage with us.
He bent that corner like he was running the Olympics relay race, man. What do y'all think, man? What do y'all think? Is these sons, man? Are these sons or these hombredos, man? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Sons or hombredos? Jeez. Sons or hombredos, man? Huh? Sons on burritos, man. Going once. Shout out to Kale, man. Kale in the building. Salute to Kale. Looking like Lisa Loeb, man. He said, love your show always. Where's that statistic published? The one about, yo, you don't know that statistic? It's online. I know I got it. I know that. I got it saved. Cause it's like a trump card, man. That shit like a trump card. Yeah, sisters out here whacking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like sisters out here whacking. I mean, it's here it is. Is this it? All right, let me I'm gonna post it in the let me see if I can post it in the chat. Let me see if I can post it in the chat. Sisters out here whacking shit. You hear me? I mean, sisters out here sending niggas to the nether regions. Sisters sending niggas to the nether regions. You hear me? I'm gonna post it in the comment. Let me see. Let me post it in the comment section of the video. Oh shit! I can't watch it. I can't put it in the comment section. I'm just gonna put it in the live chat. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna post it. Let me see. Salute to everybody already watching on OckNationNews.com. Yeah, y'all can hit the PayPal over there too. I posted it. Hey, I posted it in the chat on OckNationNews.com, Kel. So you can go to OckNationNews.com and post, and it's in the chat. I posted the and I posted in the community. I posted in the Discord too, man. Hey. Yeah, But yeah, let's move along. Let's move right along, man.
Walking to the house, and usually we never see youngsters having a party in the house here. It's either older people or younger people, as myself, with family already.
Parents like Roberto Lambaron say the incident is deeply alarming, especially since children live and play nearby. One neighbor even caught part of the chaos on camera and shared that footage with us, showing the moments surrounding the shooting.
I mean, no one really does live there, and people come and go as they please. We never know what kind of people are gonna come upon, especially having kids around this neighborhood.
North Las Vegas police were called to the 4500 block of On Spot Street near West Craig and Clayton. When they arrived, they found a 19-year-old woman unresponsive. Rachel Madden, who lives down the street, was watching TV when she heard gunshots.
First I thought it was some fireworks, but then I know what fireworks sound like, and it wasn't fireworks. Well, we heard some screaming, and we had our baby upstairs, so we ran upstairs first to go check on her, just because we didn't know where they were coming from.
Neighbors like Madden are now calling on their homeowners association to take action and remove the short-term rental.
To get rid of the Airbnbs. I'm fine with renters in here, but I just think it was a quiet residential area before, and now that, I don't know, get them out.
Right now, police haven't said whether the victim or the shooter were staying at the home.
That white woman said, yeah, get them out. Them? What you mean them? What do you mean them, racist white lady? What do you mean them? Who is them? Is them like those people? Nah, because you fed up. You talking about some them. Any other time somebody refer to them as them, you be fucking tripping. Press 1. She said, fuck it. I'm the one pissed off this time. Fuck all the woke language and shit. It's me that's pissed off. It's me that's tired this time. Shout out to Terrence Boykin, man. He said, I was not ready for he bent the corner. Yeah, man, that was the sun, man. Looking like Michael Johnson out there, motherfucker.
Heard some screaming, and we had our baby upstairs, so we ran upstairs first to go check on her.
Hold on, let me see. Is that a sister crouching down here in the
We heard some screaming, and we had our baby upstairs, so we ran up.
Oh yeah, that looked like a sister right there. That looked like a sister with a hair full of weave and shit.
Upstairs first to go check on her, just because we didn't know where they were coming from.
Neighbors like Madden are now calling on their homeowners association to take action and remove the short-term rental.
To get rid of the Airbnbs. I'm fine with renters in here, but I just think it was a quiet residential area before, and now that, I don't know, get them out.
Right now, police haven't said whether the victim or the shooter were staying at the home, but detectives are still investigating. Live in the studio, Nick Summer, 8 News Now.
Oh, man. This is... Damn, Vegas is hot, man.
The mother of a young boy killed while riding an e-scooter. Following up on this, sharing his story tonight. Thanks for joining us on 8 News Now at 11. I'm Brian Loftus.
And I'm Sasha Loftus. The 10-year-old died Thursday when he and his friend were hit by a pickup truck in the Northeast Valley. His mom sharing more about who he was and why she wants more action taken.
He loves Spider-Man. His favorite color is blue.
Remembering the best moments of a little boy's life.
My son was a very happy boy.
Portia Wales shares everything she loved about her son, Marquise Abraham.
He's very friendly. Everybody loves him.
The 10-year-old was killed here in a neighborhood near Owens and Pecos. A spot now marked with flowers, balloons, toys, and candles. Police say Marquise and his friend were riding an electric scooter when they, quote, unlawfully crossed an intersection and were hit by a pickup truck. Metro's traffic lieutenant warning of the danger of these high-powered devices while asking anyone behind the wheel to be more...
Damn, they said that They literally said that the little boy unlawfully crossed. That's crazy. So they're like saying it was his fault. They're saying it was his fault. Damn. That sucks, man.
Electric scooter when they, quote, unlawfully crossed an intersection and were hit by a pickup truck. Metro's traffic lieutenant warning of the danger of these high-powered devices while asking anyone behind the wheel to be more vigilant.
We need to slow down. We need to pay attention. We need to know when we're in and around neighborhoods where children may be riding these devices.
Officers say the driver cooperated and is not facing any charges, though the investigation is ongoing. But Wales wants more action taken.
I think she's at fault. She was impatient.
This as she also focused.
And listen, man, I'm not gonna knock this woman, man. She just lost her son. You know, women are irrational anyway, so of course she's gonna be irrational in this moment. I ain't gonna knock this woman, man.
She's at fault. She was impatient.
This as she also focuses on an effort to bring Marquise's body back to the Midwest, where they're originally from.
We don't have no one here. All my family is back in Chicago. I want my baby back there.
Oh shit! So she moved from Chicago out to Las Vegas. Yikes, man. Yikes. Stay in Chicago, baby. But she probably wanted to move to Chicago to give him a better chance of surviving. And he died like that. That's terrible, man. That's terrible, man. That's horrific, man. He said black woman calling somebody impatient and trying to spread the hood infection. Yeah, she came out there. She from Chicago. She came out there. Jeez. At least she only had one, though. She only had one. It ain't like she brought a whole brood out there.
I want my baby back there.
But more than anything,
I mean, as we know, there might be others. We don't know.
she and everyone else who loved this child are just starting to sift through unimaginable grief.
I feel the pain. I feel what everybody went through that's going through what I'm going through now.
True pain, Wales fears, will never fully leave her.
You took my life away from me.
Now, the other boy who was riding the scooter, who is 9 years old, was hurt, but he is going to be okay. Wales tells 8 News Now he had just gotten the scooter 2 days before that crash.
Damn.
We begin tonight with that a high-end clothing store left picking up the pieces after a destructive break-in. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. Thank you for joining us. Police say a group of thieves crashed through the front of City Man on Livernois, better known as the Avenue of Fashion on Detroit's west side.
This is the latest in a string of break-ins targeting high-end clothing stores. Earlier this month, Hype House in Royal Oak was hit for the 5th time. And just last month, JB's on Detroit's east side was targeted in its second break-in in 6 months.
7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wimbley is listening to the frustration coming from the manager of this latest shop and showing us the dramatic new video of the moment of impact.
This is another example of an alarming trend where crooks use vehicles, SUVs, even U-Haul trucks to break into stores and grab whatever it is they're targeting. A stolen Jeep Cherokee smashes through the front door of the City Man.
That motherfucker went all the way through. They didn't just smash through the front door. They fucking went whole that shit. Like, I don't know how they gonna get out. Look where they
smashes through the front door of the City Man clothing store on Livernois, north of.
So a black-owned business. That whole black-owned shit is over with now, huh? You niggas ain't. Every time we turn around, It's a black-owned business getting fucking smashed and grabbed. These niggas said, fuck that. Fuck the whole woke George Floyd. We in it together now. That shit is over with. You niggas is back on the menu.
7 Mile on Detroit's west side around 3:40 Wednesday morning. 4 men storm into the shop behind the SUV. Another 2 spill out from inside of it, all of them grabbing numerous articles of clothing before running out and escaping, police say, in a getaway vehicle.
This is a pretty heavy shutter. This shutter right here, and that's the top of it though. So for them to push through and flip this shutter the way they did, there's a lot of force behind it.
Todd McKinney is a manager at City Man and says between the damage to the building and the stolen merch, the break-in cost City Man upwards of $20,000.
Because a lot of high-end merchandise, you know, some of the jeans they was able to take retail for like $300. The tops, $200 to $300. Stuff you can probably, do some reselling for and get some probably money for it. Because it's a resale factor involved in as well.
McKinney, who has worked in retail for years, says theft tends to spike leading up to the holidays, and this is not the first time City Man has been targeted. About a month ago, someone tried to break into City Man from the rear of the store. That burglary, though, was not nearly as bad as what happened Wednesday morning.
Between the alarm, the shutters, everything, we do quite a bit to kind of secure the area, though. Good job is the best we can do, though, to the point where it takes a car to take it down.
The Detroit Police Department is investigating to see if the smash and grab is connected to similar break-ins that have occurred throughout the city and metro area. In the meantime, City Man is back open. McKinney says 1, not even 2 smash and grabs can stop the show here.
At the end of the day, you can't let them, think that that's going to deter you from the way we do business. It's not. We got a bigger picture involved for sure, though, because there's way more people that support us than not.
If you
think about that, man, salute to this brother, man. This brother's a fucking amazing, man. He not complaining. He just picking up the pieces and getting back to work. You know what I mean? Salute to this brother, man. Stand-up guy, man.
People that support us than not.
If you have any information about the people responsible for this break-in, this smash and grab, please do the right thing. Call Detroit Police. On the city's west side, I'm Randy Wembley, 7 News Detroit.
All right, thank you so much, Randy.
Jeez. Jeez. We gotta get it cracking. Food stamps, man.
He'll go running.
Randy.
Who remember these?
10, 17, $19. Thank you.
Who remember when there was really stamps?
Mine wasn't one.
Yeah.
Who remember the little booklet? Who remember the little booklet where you had the Now listen, I didn't have food stamps, but I knew people did. And I remember buying them, from people selling them at the stores, at the grocery store. And they'd take it, it'd be a little booklet, and yeah, it'd be serrated. You gotta rip them out of the booklet.
Before they can buy
Damn, that's crazy. hydrant for HBCU. Oh man, that's enough of that. But yeah, man,
We begin tonight with that a high-end.
Oh man.
So this is Grant Park over here. And what I said is 500 feet around this park is where we have most of our homicides and our shootings.
John Donaldson has lived in Over the Rhine for 26 years, spending most of that time as the Grant Park watch block captain.
I keep an eye on the area. I work with the neighbors. I coordinate, with the police, work on safety initiatives.
That work includes efforts to prevent drug trade near the park. He's seen a lot of change over the years, including seeing more kids committing crimes. He believes that's largely a result of the pandemic.
With the schools locking their doors, the kids really had nothing to do but walk the streets, and we're seeing the results of it now.
While he's seen improvements like the addition of lights and some cameras, he says crime is still a constant issue.
And we've got open-air drug dealing, we've got out-of-control homelessness.
Donaldson reached out to me after he saw my story, where I talked to residents about the decision to place Cincinnati Police Chief Teresa Thigi on paid leave. He says he thinks it was the right decision, but also believes the responsibility falls on everyone.
At the end of the day, leadership, and that goes all the way up to the mayor, needs to be accountable.
And he's tried to get everyone involved. Cincinnati police data shows there have been 20 shootings in OTR this year. A majority of them took place near Grant Park. He says he's voiced his concerns to the city, but claims his words fell on deaf ears.
We're not really seeing the efforts that we need to.
The city has made various efforts to improve public safety. Last month, the city...
By putting a basketball court, basketball court makes that place less safe. It attracts basketball court attracts the sun, man. Jesus Christ, man. These people are so out of touch. They think putting a basketball court is gonna fucking make your place less dangerous. Wow.
The city, but claims his words fell on deaf ears.
We're not really seeing the efforts that we need to.
The city has made various efforts to improve public safety. Last month, the city announced a partnership with the state to bring in Ohio State Highway Patrol officers twice a month to help Cincinnati police. But Donaldson says it should happen more often.
We really need to accept all of the help we can get.
Donaldson wants to see more investment at the park to turn an area of concern into an area of community.
It's a lot of work down here, and we need some help.
In Over the Rhine, Alex Nall, WCPL.
So let's just say this, right? They've already put a basketball court there. I don't know what this is. This is like, I don't know, a playground or something, right? And how many more millions do you want us to dump into this place to stop niggas from shooting around each other out here? It don't work like that. Niggas don't say, oh shit, they just invested another $1 million into the local park, man. Let's squash our beef, man. Let's squash our beef, man. I'm sorry for, shooting up your granny house. And I'm sorry for, man, I'm sorry for, shooting your best friend, man. Let's just squash the beef, man. Because, they built the basketball court down at Grant Park, man. Let's go shoot some hoops, man. Shirts and skins, man.
9 News.
Let's get into this slasher, man. This slasher, man. Where you at, man? Where you at, slasher, man?
A man suspected in a series of subway slashings is under.
This is what we called yesterday. Yesterday we covered this, man. I was unsure whether it was a son, man. I kind of, thought it was anybody. I thought it was other than the son, man. So I have to admit that.
Arrest, but not for those attacks. Cops picked up Odyssey Head for breaking into a building in Brooklyn where he allegedly damaged.
This nigga's name is Odyssey Head. Yo, this nigga head is an Odyssey. Yikes. Odyssey Head.
Damaged a washer and dryer and caused a fire. He's also a suspect in 3 slashings within 24 hours over the weekend. Eyewitness News reporter Lindsay Tuckman talked to the MTA about how it's addressing violence like this. Lindsay?
Yeah, Sade, it's just one man that is suspected of traveling around Flatbush this weekend, randomly slashing people in the face. It's terribly frightening, especially to subway riders we spoke to here at the Cortelyou Road station when they heard that it happened, one of those slashings, on board a Q train. A serial slasher? Police arrested 27-year-old Odyssey Head.
Jesus Christ.
Sunday, a man they suspect of slashing a subway rider in the face Saturday morning before attacking 2 more people in Flatbush.
It's the thought that something like that, you didn't expect it, you're doing your normal Saturday whatever, and boom.
Police say Head first broke into a building on New York Avenue around 5 a.m. and damaged a washer and dryer, setting fire to some clothing before running off. Then, around 6:20 a.m., on board an uptown Q train, the NYPD says a 37-year-old man was sitting when the suspect suddenly came up to him and slashed him with a sharp object, then got off the train at the Cortelyou Road station. At 9:40 p.m., police say someone slashed a 53-year-old man on his face near Foster Avenue and New York Avenue. Then Sunday, just before 7 a.m., a 56-year-old man was slashed in the face on nearby Newkirk Avenue. A crime spree putting Brooklyn transplant and frequent subway rider Charlie Hill on edge.
It's really, I kind of don't want my mom to watch the news and see this because I don't want her to be like, oh, you need to come home immediately.
Despite this latest incident, though, at today's MTA board meeting, transit officials say things are getting more safe underground, citing a 4.2% decrease in crime and a 44% increase in arrests compared to this time last year.
The overwhelming majority stem from officers confronting highly visible acts of lawlessness on our riders' behalf.
Now again, Odyssey Head was only arrested for that initial burglary and has not been charged with the slashings that he is suspected of yet. He was taken to a nearby hospital for a psychological examination. Police do say he was found to have a kitchen knife on his possession when he was arrested. Live in Flatbush, Lindsay Tuckman, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, so yeah, I wanna yeah, that's no good, man. That's no good. That's no good, man. Jesus. Take it into custody, you know. He's in custody now.
And new details this evening are shedding light on a Durham murder case involving a Duke nurse.
Cindy Bay spoke with the parents of 34-year-old Ariel Lowe, who was allegedly killed by her boyfriend last month.
A Duke nurse?
I was really fortunate that I got to say how much I loved her because, you know, I didn't know it was going to be our last conversation.
Teresa and Paul Lowe are deeply missing their daughter, Ariel Lowe, who was killed in her apartment on Laurel Springs Drive in September. Her boyfriend, 31-year-old Christopher Whitley, is facing a murder charge. According to a newly released 911 call, a woman claims to the dispatcher that Whitley allegedly confessed to killing his girlfriend. The Lowe's say they never met Whitley in person, who remains at the Durham County Jail.
Oh, wow. That sucks, man. They never met their daughter's girlfriend and boyfriend, man. It wouldn't have mattered though. Wouldn't have mattered. That doesn't help anything. I mean, once a woman decides that she wants to deal with a guy, there's nothing you can do about it.
Teresa, who is Ariel's stepmom, says she wishes there were safeguards on dating apps, saying they met online.
We just don't want her life to be taken in vain.
Ariel's death comes as officials say North Carolina set a horrifying record last year in domestic violence-related deaths. The North Carolina Coalition Against Domestic Violence is highlighting awareness.
The current number of domestic violence homicides so far this year is 54, which is already, it's one is too many. So 54 is higher than it was in 2018. It's higher than it was in 2022. It's frightening that it's still that high.
The coalition says anyone can play a role in ending domestic violence. They encourage people to seek out local resources if you don't feel safe at home.
Yeah, and then you call a cop and the fucking cop gets killed, like the cop in San Bernardino today. He got killed going to a domestic incident. White folk, gliders, y'all are not. Oh, here's a fisherman. Oh, damn, fisherman, why you left? I didn't even see you in the back, man. Come back up. I didn't even see you. You gliders are not getting off the hook. Okay? You gliders are not getting the fuck off the hook.
In other news tonight, a man has been charged with attempted murder after investigators say he injured 2 Plymouth Township police officers. Happened over the weekend. Authorities say the suspect intentionally rammed his vehicle into police vehicles. And tonight, video of the tense incident is going viral on social media.
This is the one throwback news man. He the only one that do the news how they did it when we was growing up, man. Shout out to this dude, man. He said, fuck that, I'm not changing. He said, I'm not changing with the new wave, man. I'm not changing with the times, man. I'm stuck in the 80s, man. Salute to this dude, man. He a throwback, man.
Injured 2 Plymouth Township police officers. Happened over the weekend. Authorities say the suspect intentionally rammed his vehicle into police vehicles. And tonight, video of the tense incident is going viral on social media. Action News reporter Walter Perez live in Plymouth Township with the details and that video. Walter.
That's right, Rick, and that video, as you'll see, is intense. Now, the suspect, Dalton Lee Janicek, is being held without bail tonight on a slew of charges, including aggravated assault, fleeing police, and attempted murder of a law enforcement officer. This video of a Plymouth Township police officer being assaulted has more than 2 million views on TikTok and is now part of a police investigation. It all started around noon this past Friday on reports of the suspect, 21-year-old Dalton Lee Janicek of Lower Gwinnett, driving erratically but quickly fleeing police who tried to pull him over. The video reveals what unfolded after another officer tracked down the suspect's Mercedes G-Wagon on a DoubleTree Hotel parking lot in Plymouth Township. Bridge Vona, who oversees police training as the Bucks County Director of Law and Safety, says these are the kinds of incidents many police officers face on a regular basis.
Every call that an officer gets is an unknown danger, right? Because they don't know what it is that they're often being dispatched to.
Once the officer activated his lights, the suspect allegedly put the Mercedes into reverse and rammed the squad car. The officer exited his vehicle and told the suspect to stop. Instead, the suspect accelerated directly at the officer, who opened fire. The officer was struck by the vehicle And that's when the suspect allegedly ran over the injured officer 3 more times with the Mercedes. Janacek was arrested a short time later after ramming 2 other police vehicles and injuring a second officer. Both officers were transported to the hospital. The first officer was severely injured and underwent emergency surgery. Bonus says that officer's bravery is noteworthy.
He had the wherewithal to do what he was trained to do, which was take action, not just become a victim and succumb to his injuries.
Now, at last check, both officers are described as being in stable condition at this hour. But once again, that first officer's injuries are described as severe, and his road to recovery is expected to be a long one. Reporting live from...
Yeah, he got ran over 4 times. That dude was trying to kill his ass. Everyone smash that like button for me if you can. Smash that like button. Sponsor the show. Sponsor tonight's show. We in the building, man. Bright and early, live and direct. What happened? It says unavailable videos are hidden. What about all the videos I just fucking saved?
We continue to follow the story of the woman who was stabbed to death outside of a Kingsbridge bar over the weekend. Her family and friends now mourning this epic loss. News 12's Marissa Santorelli is outside of the barber shop that she worked at, where there is a growing memorial today. Marissa, what are you learning?
Yeah, Marcy, loved ones tell me that Pamela Almonte Cabrera was just a woman who loved everybody and was loved by so many, saying she was kind-hearted and the life of the party. And you can really just tell how loved she was by this growing memorial here behind me. I'm going to step out of the way so you could see, but also a big crowd gathering, many loved ones, people going in and out of the barber shop that she used to work. Now, Pamela was a 35-year-old mother of 3. I'm told her 2 young boys are currently living in the Dominican Republic. Her only daughter and husband are left to grieve here in the States together. Pamela was a manicurist at this barbershop on Briggs Avenue, and people who live inside and work inside the shop say they're devastated by this sudden loss. Now, police tell us at 4 a.m. on Sunday, Pamela was stabbed multiple times in her chest after a big fight broke out outside of Mama Dora Bar and Lounge on East Kingsbridge Road. Now, we're told she was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I just spoke with one woman who described the last moments, the last time she saw Pamela, moments that now haunt her.
That's the way I like to see you, with a smile on your face and with that beautiful smile of yours. And she stood right there at the door and she did like this and she danced a little bit for me. And before I went home, I told her, I'm like, don't go anywhere. Everything is crazy out there, She was like, oh, don't worry, guys, I'm going to be fine. And she left. Next thing we know, 6 in the morning, we heard the story, what happened.
Now, police tell us they are currently looking for the man they believe is her killer. And family and friends that are gathering here outside and inside of this barber shop in Fordham, they tell us they want this guy caught, and they're calling for justice for Pamela. That's the latest here in Fordham. Marissa Santorelli, News 12, The Bronx.
A man suspected in a series of subway.
Wow. How couldn't I save that? How couldn't I save those other ones, man? No, don't download nothing. I don't want anything downloaded. Don't download anything. Okay. What the fuck? Hold on. Something is downloading? No, do not download any of this shit. Remove. Delete. I have no clue what's going on. I have no clue why that thing is happening. There we go. Oh, no downloads. Nothing. Yeah. Salute to my man, Deluxe 247, aka Cal Ripken, aka the real MVP, coming through once again. Shout out to you, man. These niggas, man. Jeez. Oh man. There's a lot going on right now, but jeez. Crack Street. Yikes. Shohei Ohtani is insane, man. Shohei Ohtani is insane. He crazy.
That when the police use excessive force, don't tell us that it won't become fatal if we don't speak truth to power and say this is not allowed. And so these lions of Cardinal Ritter are going to know that they have every right to expect the police to be professional and use de-escalation and use civility. I just don't even know what these parents are saying to these young men on the Lions football team when children ask questions, as they often do, about mama, daddy. What did we do wrong? Why did they pepper spray us? Why didn't they pepper spray the other guys who were pushing us too? Why is this fair? And the final thing I will say is what happened to coaches and administrations of the school handling situations with children on the football field? Why did the police have to come and over-police this matter against the predominantly black football team? I've heard from a lot of the civil rights leaders and people in this community in St. Louis saying this is racial profiling 101 in high school football that we get to see with our own eyes. And we will get justice for these mighty lions. These young people will know that they don't have to expect pepper spray when they deserve protection. And with that, we're going to have Attorney Sean Walton speak to you, and the lawyers are going to talk, and then the parents, and then we'll take your questions. Attorney Walton.
Thank you all for being here today. My name is Sean Walton of Walton & Brown in Columbus, Ohio.
And I stand here representing the state of Ohio and the good people of Ohio to say that this is not how we operate. We apologize to those who have experienced this family, these families, these students. And once I got a phone call about what happened, I checked out the video, and I was astonished to see these officers of the law using force against children for no reason at all.
Force against children for no reason at all. I gotta check this out. I gotta look into that, man. Let's see. What did he say? St. Louis, Ohio? What the fuck? Let's see. Yeah, see, man. If these people, here you go, Carl. Let's see.
The Cardinal, I just don't even know what these parents are saying to these young men on the Lions football team when children ask questions, as they often do, about mama, daddy.
Thank you, and I'll bring up next Robert Gresham.
Good afternoon. Thank you for coming out. As Attorney Walton indicated, this isn't a one-time or one-off at this particular high school. Massillon, Washington, if it were a one-time overreaction, that would be bad enough. But unfortunately, this is a cultural issue. Over a year ago, this same high school had an issue where there was what they called horseplay in the locker room. Effectively, it was hazing where the athletes were forced to strip and they were recorded. Prosecutor investigated that case and determined it just to be inexcusable, but no criminal charges were found. That type of leniency leads to a culture of violence. It leads to this type of culture that results in a case where children are treated with chemical reaction like they were in this case. That's unacceptable. And we're not going to allow that to happen in this case. As you look at this high school has a 46-year legacy of faith, a 46-year of academic excellence, and a 46-year culture that they're not going to allow to be diminished. And we're not going to allow that to be diminished. So we're going to hold Massillon, Washington accountable. Since the prosecutor a year ago couldn't do that, we're going to hold the police accountable, which is what we do in all.
So I want to see this incident. I want to see the actual incident that happened. Where is the pepper spray? What is this? Cardinal Ritter. Let's see if we can find it on social media, man. Cardinal Ritter. Okay, let's see. Maybe we can see it. Man. Salute to everybody out there, man. Everybody hit that like button, man. Smash that like button. We about to uncover Black Columbo in the building. We about to get some detective work going, man, right now, man. We about to do some detective work. Here we go. All right. Here we go.
Well, new tonight, a high-profile civil rights attorney will be in St. Louis tomorrow. We're learning he's been hired to represent the families of Cardinal Ritter football players who were pepper sprayed by police in Ohio earlier this month. Benjamin Crump is a familiar face who has worked high-profile civil rights cases nationwide, including the killing of Michael Brown Jr. in Ferguson, George Floyd, and Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery, just to name a few. Now, his newest case brings him back to St. Louis tomorrow. Now, this all stems from an incident on November 9th during a Cardinal Ritter football game in Ohio. During the post-game handshake, local police could be seen trying to de-escalate a disturbance on the field. According to police, multiple Cardinal Ritter players were pepper sprayed because they did not leave the field. 23 Cardinal Ritter players and families have now hired Crump and others to seek legal.
You niggas, come on, man. You niggas not gonna sit here and act like y'all the same as everybody else. Sometimes you gotta deploy your pepper spray with niggas, man. So what they gonna do? Like when the police use handcuffs on them, they're gonna like cry that the handcuffs are too tight and sue the fucking police department. What's wrong with these niggas, man?
Action. According to the legal team, they intend to build their case, asking why no Ohio players or staff were sprayed. You can count on First Alert 4 to be at tomorrow's news
Probably
conference.
weren't behaving the way y'all were behaving. They probably weren't behaving in the manner that you guys were behaving. He's a loser, man. Let's see. No, that's about it. That's all it was. This little incident where they got sprayed and they try to turn that shit into like fucking we shall overcome, man. Oh Lord. They trying to go we shall overcome over that. Jesus, white folk, y'all in trouble, man. Y'all in trouble, man. BLM is not dead, man. BLM is a sleeping giant. Press 1. BLM is a sleeping giant. They ain't going nowhere. They about to give you white folk hell. Y'all about to get hell.
In the district, police responded to at least 7 separate shootings Friday and Saturday. 12 people were hurt in what appeared to mark the most violent stretch of crime in D.C. since President Trump's federal surge began back in August. News 4's Mark Seagraves has details and reaction from the mayor, including why she insisted that some of those shootings were predictable.
So now today you want to talk about crime, and I want to talk about crime too, because what we saw over the weekend was unacceptable, but sadly it was predictable.
Mayor Bowser today reacting to 7 separate shootings over a 24-hour period Friday and Saturday that injured 12, including a 6-year-old boy, leaving one adult victim fighting for his life. The shootings occurred across the city, most of them Friday, and as Chief Smith detailed, many involving juveniles as both the victims and suspects.
If we go over to 50th Place, where we had the juveniles in a fight, initially the fight started at Kelly Middle School between 2 groups of females. And then what we see on video, very clear images, is a young person, a juvenile, pulling out a gun and obviously discharging the firearm. Yuma Place, what we saw in video, a real-time crime center is really good technology. On Yuma Place, we see 5 or 6 young people coming out of one of the apartments. There is a verbal altercation, exchange of words back and forth. What we see at that point is another juvenile taking out a firearm and discharging it towards that group. Unfortunately, it hit a young lady that was sitting inside of the car. She was not an intended target. Howard Place shooting on Howard Place in Georgia Avenue, where we know based on video observation, there were 2 groups, one walking east, one walking west, passing by one another. What we hear from the witness, the account is that he saw an individual in the opposing group who looked like an individual who robbed him 2 years ago. And at that point, there was an exchange, not necessarily an exchange of gunfire. One individual from the opposing team took out his firearm and he shot at the group that was passing by him. We did recover 4 firearms at that location. And then the incident that happened on Savannah Street in particular with a 6-year-old, where there was a graze of a bullet.
Both Smith and Bowser took aim at the D.C. Council for not extending the chief's authority to implement emergency youth curfew zones as leading to some of these shootings. That authority expired at the beginning of October.
As soon as that legislation or bill failed, the very same weekend the young people came out. They started putting flyers out and really began to precipitate in that same behavior that they had before. And it's a challenge for us because, as you know, we're short resources. So we're doing everything we can. What we need is a law, legislation, DC code, whatever you want to call it, in place so that young people know that they can be held accountable. Right now, they don't feel like there's any accountability, so they're starting to do the same thing all over again. And it is very frustrating.
The D.C. Council is scheduled to hold a public hearing at the end of the month on whether to extend the youth curfew zones.
Listen, to me, it's very obvious that we need it. They say they want to have a hearing so that we can say it's very obvious that we need it, so we'll do that. But then they need to pass it.
In the district, Mark Seagraves, News 4.
News 4 reached out to the chair of the D.C. Council, Phil Mendelson, for reaction to the mayor's statements. His office has not yet replied.
Wow.
Right now, D.C. authorities are still looking for suspects in connection with shootings that hurt a dozen people over the weekend, including children. Thanks for joining us. I'm Michelle Marsh.
And I'm Josh Chapin in for Scott Thuman today. 7 News First brought you breaking coverage of this weekend shootings. Today, our Rebecca Turco is learning more about the suspects. Rebecca's.
Salute to Bag of Donuts, man. Bag of Donuts in the building. Yeah, man, I'm like a cop, man. I'm up here like a cop, man, reporting on this crime, man, snitching on these niggas, man. Love donuts. If you want to come up, man, the link is in the. Did I put the link in the description? Oh yeah, I was supposed to go to OckNationNews.com, but we'll hold off on another hour on that. We go to OckNationNews.com at 1, man. We'll hold off on another hour, man. Salute to everybody on YouTube, man.
Live over at the Wilson Building now with what she's learned. Rebecca?
Good evening. Well, we know the suspects of at least one of these shootings is a juvenile. Police say they are still working to identify the other suspects of these shootings. And in the meantime, the topic of discussion once again has become the extended juvenile curfew, whether all of this should be expanded. 12 people shot over several hours Friday night into early Saturday. 4 of the victims are children, from teens to as young as 6.
What we saw over the weekend was unacceptable, but sadly...
Unacceptable. Hey, man, listen. They trying. You can't say that they're not trying to fight crime. Niggas are just fighting back. Niggas are fighting back, man. Niggas like, shit. We naturally just like rebelling against the forces that the troops, the federal agents on the ground, the National Guard, everything they've done in DC. You can't say they haven't tried. These niggas these niggas are they're uncoachable, man. You can't stop niggas.
It was predictable with young people wilding out because they got the message that they could, and they are.
Monday, Chief Pamela Smith said at least one of the suspects of the shootings is a juvenile. She and the mayor are calling for the council to revisit expanding the juvenile curfew.
What we need is a law, legislation, DC code, whatever you want to call it, in place so that young people know that they can be held accountable. Right now, they don't feel like there's any accountability, so they're starting to do the same thing all over again. And it is.
Where's Janine Pirro? Oh, so the curfew expired? How did they let that happen? You know, black kids can't be out after a certain hour. Press 1. Everyone knows that black kids, you have to keep black kids in the house after a certain time, or they'll just be out there committing crimes. And of course, you gotta extend it to all teens. So white teens, Hispanic teens, Indian teens, Iranian teens, every group of teens, Korean teens, all have to be punished with the black teens. But shit, fuck it, man.
Very frustrating.
The district's legislation creating zones with expanded juvenile curfew hours recently expired. It was emergency legislation, not permanent.
What we know to be true is that we cannot police or punish our way to safety.
Nike Savain is the co-executive director.
Yes, you can, you fucking whore. You can police and punish your way to safety. I.e., the moment the curfew expired, the fucking city went. There was 12 people shot and fucking in 7 hours. You fucking whore.
It was emergency legislation, not permanent.
What we know to be true is that we cannot police or punish our way to safety.
We don't know that to be true, you fucking whore bag. We don't know that to be true. Who told you? How do they know? How can she say we know it's not? Punishment works. Curfews work. You can damn sure punish these fuckers into safety, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. Everybody watching out there. What the fuck? This is crazy, man. This is crazy town.
All over again, and it is very frustrating.
The district's legislation creating zones with expanded juvenile curfew hours recently expired. It was emergency legislation, not permanent.
What we know to be true is that we cannot police or punish our way to safety.
Nike Savain is the co-executive director of Black Swan Academy, a nonprofit focused on building leadership skills for primarily Black, middle, and high schoolers. She says what the district needs is more access to safe and welcoming spaces for kids on nights and weekends, more mental health supports in the community, and more engagement with young people as a whole.
What we have right now is a well-resourced community where folks have what they need and our young people have what they need and what they want.
Oh God, I hate women like this. I hate her. Well-resourced community where where people have what they need. What the fuck does that mean? Like giving these motherfuckers a bunch of shit that they're gonna piss all over and destroy? How did we get here? I thought the National Guard was there, man. How did the DC City Council wrestle control back from the National Guard and the mayor? I thought the mayor and the National Guard were in control in DC, man. Looked like the city council's back in control.
Engagement with young people as a whole.
What we have right now is a well-resourced community where folks have what they need and our young people have what they need and what they want and what they deserve.
What they need, what they want, and what they deserve? I wish somebody would fucking hit her in the head with a brick. I wish a YN would just come up and hit her in the head with a brick and be like, thanks.
Have what they need and what they want and what they deserve.
And there were also 3 carjackings within blocks of each other just Saturday night. The chief says they're looking at upwards of a dozen juvenile suspects for those cases. Live from the Wilson Building, Rebecca Turco, 7 News.
Councilmember Brooke Pinto, who chairs the city's Judiciary and Public Safety Committee, will hold a public roundtable on juvenile crime this Thursday. And the focus will be on how effective summer extended curfews were and similar future legislation. The hearing starts at 10:30 at the Wilson Building. You can watch it virtually as well.
Interesting to note, D.C.'s homicide rate down 40% compared to last fall. Take a look at the chart.
Yeah, because of the National Guard was there and the curfew was intact. Interesting.
Though showing cases are being closed at a higher rate than the last 6 years.
Yeah, because you got federal prosecutors, Janine Pirro. But you still got to keep the curfew. You got to keep the curfew. You can't let these black kids out of the fucking house, man. I had no idea that happened. I had no idea that they had I don't know how I got out the loop that far, man. I had no idea that they had let the black kids come out at night.
72%, in fact, of homicide cases are closed. Tonight, after Monday Night Football, we are taking a deeper dive into the data. 7 News speaking with of that congressional intern who was killed in the district, how she feels about the investigation into her son's murder and the ongoing efforts to find one suspect who is still. Also tonight, only on 7 News, he was ambushed, beaten, and now just grateful to be alive and okay. Tonight, 7 News talking with the first victim in a D.C. carjacking spree.
Because honestly, I've taken, I don't want to minimize it. I've taken harder punches than I was being punched.
All 3 of those carjackings Saturday night spanned just 4 hours within the same.
And listen, this is not even the hardest. This is fucking. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not sweet over here, but this isn't like Southeast or anything like that or Greater Northeast. This is uptown. Wow.
Northwest community. We have reached out tonight to D.C. police who say right now they are, quote, not in a position to link those offenses to the same suspects. The victim told our Liana Golden how he made it out of there mostly unscathed, and he also shares a message for his own neighbors.
I got hit in the face. I got hit in the back of the head.
JP Montalvan was met with a surprise when walking to his car Saturday night, and not the good kind.
It's probably 20 plus high schoolers just going crazy.
He says the rowdy group surrounded him and started shaking the car, and even more violently.
The passenger side glass got bashed in. My glass shatters, so someone's kicked my glass in.
This attack happened here in the heart of Shaw, just across the street from the Kennedy Rec Center and outside of this pet store, where an employee saw what was happening to JP and came to his rescue.
She started screaming. And I think at that point they started running away.
I live on this block. I work on this block. My child plays on this street. I just wanted to be safe.
He says you deserve a lot of credit because you came outside and you helped him. Not everyone would do that.
No, it was just natural.
Pamela Davis saw the kids attacking JP, a man who luckily knows how to take a punch.
I've practiced martial arts, so I've taken blows before. I just wasn't prepared for this. I wasn't sparring.
Knowing when to...
Yeah, just say it, man. Repeat after me, man. The Sun Man hits hard, man. Sun Man hit hard. You can't prepare. There's nothing you can do to prepare for the Sun Man. He hits hard. Shout out to this sister too, man. We can't go keep We can't ignore this sister. Salute to this sister, man. This sister is a hero, man. She's an effing hero, man. We see you, sister. Here at Arc Nation, man. We see you, sister. You a hero, man. You saved that Armenian man. That motherfucker looked like Kojak and shit. I think this guy's Armenian or some shit like that. You saved him, man. You saved him, man, from a vicious ass whooping and getting his car stolen. Then they might have ran over his ass while he was getting away with his car. Salute to you, sister. You're it's a Nubian queen, man. She is a Nubian queen. Salute to her, man. Sister, and I'm not even being facetious, man. This is one of the good ones, man. It's one of the good ones. What you mean by that? Exactly that. You are one of the good ones. That's what I mean by that, sister. You are one of the good ones. It's a lot of good ones. Okay. All right. Okay.
Practice martial arts, so I've taken blows before. I just wasn't prepared for this. I wasn't sparring.
Knowing when to fight back, he argues, is more important.
It's not force meets force. It's how do you de-escalate and let things slow down.
He didn't hit any of those kids. He just wanted to get them away from him.
The two missed each other by a matter of minutes on Monday, but got to connect over FaceTime.
Thank you.
I was very concerned.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're okay.
I am.
So I thank Davis for JP, who encourages both neighbors and strangers to have each other's backs like she had.
That nigga couldn't go down there and meet with that sister that saved his fucking ass. You couldn't go down there and meet with that sister who saved your ass, bro. But that's all right, man. He racist, man. Racist son of a bitch. After what them black kids did to you, I wouldn't want to be around no black people either. I ain't mad at you.
Hit any of those kids. He just wanted to get them away from him.
The two missed each other by a matter of minutes on Monday, but got to connect over FaceTime.
Thank you.
I was very concerned.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're okay.
I am.
So I thank Davis for JP, who encourages both neighbors and strangers to have each other's backs like she had his.
We are stronger as a community. If you see something happen in the neighborhood, can you be an active participant, right? An active protector, right? Can you come out and, like, all she did was yell, and literally kids started scattering.
In the district, I'm Liana Golden, 7 News.
The strength of the D.C. community on full display there. Liana, thank you. Those carjackings happening just hours after a series of shootings across the city. 12 people were hurt, nearly half of them right by Howard University during their homecoming festivities. The mayor and the police chief both talking about this today, saying at least one of the suspects is a juvenile.
What we saw over the weekend was unacceptable, but sadly it was predictable with young people wilding out because they got the message that they could, and they are.
What we need is a
They got the message that they could, and they are. That's hysterical. They got the message that they could, and they are.
8-year-old girl's parents tell me they're convinced this was a kidnapping attempt, but Union City Police, while saying the girl was brave, say they don't think these guys were targeting her or her family.
She just is smart enough to react fast enough, right? And we're very blessed.
Video circulating on social media shows an 8-year-old girl outside her Union City home getting ready for school when she sees 4 young men get out of a car across the street. She quickly turns around and runs to her house, but the 4 chase after her. The girl's mother screamed at them and slammed the front door shut, blocking them from coming inside. It happened at about 7:45 Friday morning on Tidewater Drive. I spoke to the girl's parents, who are shaken but grateful she's okay. They did not want to be identified.
We're very proud of our daughter for being vigilant and alert. If she didn't react fast enough, it could have been a kidnapping.
Who are we to tell that this is not a kidnapping or attempted kidnapping?
She was awesome. She was so sharp and aware of her surroundings.
Union City Police Sergeant Brandon Hayward agrees the girl and her mother acted bravely, but investigators don't believe the group was trying to kidnap the girl.
Sort of a crime of opportunity, where they were waiting for somebody in the area to either come out to get in their car or someone to be out walking in the morning.
And it's a learning lesson for the community, right? It's a learning lesson for the community to teach our children to be vigilant, to be alert, not to be on their phones and distracted on the streets, because any situation can possibly happen, right?
For guys to be doing that, you just got to be really callous to be chasing after somebody's young like that.
Neighbor Tafu Makasini says there's no question the group was after the little girl.
It was clear as day, like because they ran faster trying to catch her.
Now, Union City Police tell me they are working on a number of promising leads, and that this incident does not appear to be a linkage to a possible kidnapping attempt of an 11-year-old girl 2 days earlier as she was heading to school on her scooter. Live in Union City, Henry Lee, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Jeez.
Was he killed by his former employees? We're learning.
Support the channel, guys. Take the challenge. Take the pledge. Support this channel. Support the work we're doing here, man. Are you guys enjoying the show? Coast to coast. You haven't had anybody come up, man, and nobody wants to come up on the panel, but that's okay. We still rocking out, man. You're enjoying the news, man. News. Take the pledge. Support the channel. Get on the board. Join Bag of Donuts and the others. Support the channel. We definitely need you guys to support this channel.
Was he killed by his former employees? We're learning more tonight about a Dublin couple facing murder charges. They're accused in the shooting death of the longtime manager of the famed Condor Club. It's a San Francisco strip club. Santa Rosa police say the two people arrested for the killing used to work there. As NBC Bay Area's Judy Hernandez tells us, investigators also believe that their firings could be motive for the murder.
He wanted to help people who were struggling get their life back on track.
Rosie King describes her former boss who...
Yeah, white guy, good guy, wanting to help people. Fuck people, man. You can't help people, man. You can't help people. Let's see who he tried to help, man. Let's see who this white guy tried to help.
She says was a legend in San Francisco's Broadway nightlife scene. 60-year-old Mark Calcagni, the longtime manager of the legendary Condor Club, was gunned down as he returned to his Santa Rosa home from work 3 weeks ago.
It was an absolutely horrific incident. The suspect had been waiting for the victim to return home early that morning, and unfortunately, the victim was shot 5 times.
Tonight, 2 people from Dublin have been arrested, charged with his murder. 43-year-old Richard Lund and his girlfriend, 25-year-old Asia Morton. We found photos of Morton on her Instagram page. Police say she and her boyfriend were both former employees at the Condor.
We do know that the victim had fired both of the suspects, and they were no longer employed at that club. And we do believe that that firing is at least one motivating factor in this homicide.
I didn't think that Asia had it in her to do something like this. I did not see her as the murderous type.
Rosie says she worked with Asia as a bartender at the Condor for more than a year. She says Asia and her boyfriend,
Well,
who worked as a
now hey, Asia's not gonna go down for this murder. Asia's gonna say the boyfriend forced her to do it. He was abusive and he forced her to do it. She didn't want to do it, but she didn't have no choice because he was gonna kill her. Come on now, press 1.
back at the club were angry about recently being fired.
Shortly after she got fired, she was calling a few girls at the club and she was really upset, and she was saying, "Do you think I could get my job back if Mark was gone?" This is prior to Mark dying.
She says friends and family got word of the arrest during Mark's memorial on Saturday. A reel of the memorial was posted to Instagram. She says Mark will forever be remembered for giving people opportunities and demanding respect for dancers. She hopes the Dublin couple gets what they deserve.
I hope that they both get charged with murder and get long sentences and rot in prison.
Jody Hernandez, NBC Bay Area News.
Damn.
Incomprehensible to me that a school would intentionally separate students on the basis of race.
Our top story tonight, if you want to sign up for certain classes at 2 Minneapolis high schools, you have to be a certain race and a certain gender.
Democrats are funny, man. Democrats are hilarious, man. Shout out to my man, Tardigrade Hatchley. Tardigrade, I know what those little things are, man. Those little amoeba things, man. Salute to those little things, man. Salute to you, man. Jimmy Field says, "Peace off to watch a movie with my son." Oh, all right, man. Have fun with your son, man. He must be on the West Coast, man. Jimmy must be on the West Coast. It's a little late to be watching a movie on the East Coast. It's 12:30, man. If you up right now, you need to be watching the news with Ock Nation News, man. Ock Nation News. That's what you need to be watching if you up right now, man. The only show in town, man. The only show in town. Let's see if we can Minneapolis, what a strange place, man. What a strange place, man. I mean, what a fucking strange place.
Incomprehensible to me that a school would intentionally separate students on the basis of race.
Our top story tonight, if you want to sign up for certain classes at 2 Minneapolis high schools, you have to be a certain race and a certain gender. That's according to the school's own course guidelines.
And an attorney and others say it's clearly illegal. Fox 9's Mike Manzoni spent the last few days looking into this. And Mike, the school district denies it ever stopped certain races or genders from taking any of those courses.
Hey, Kelsey and Randy, but the district was careful with its phrasing, saying anyone can request to take any class as long as they meet the prerequisites. That was on Friday when we started asking questions after some people shared concerns on social media. Then today, the district sent us another statement saying the language on its websites does not reflect its actual practices, but it still won't explain how that language ended up there in the first place. We're talking about 3 courses here at 2 different schools. South High School is offering 2 Black culture courses. According to the course guide, one course is open to Black male students and the other is open to Black female students. Those courses focus on the Black experience in America. Roosevelt High School has another course called High School Black Culture Queens. The course guide says the Queens group is a group for Black girls. That is a quote from the guide there. Here are the portions of
Culture Queens. How did black women get that queen title, man? To where it's just like, yo, they queens. Queens of what? Like, what the fuck? Where all these black queens at? And I'm not even talking about in America. I'm just talking about in the world. Like, why are they synonymous with queendom? Where are all the black queens? Where are all the kingdoms, man, that are ruling and have black queens?
The course guides from both schools showing who can enroll in those classes. The highlighted lines show who is eligible to take those courses. Again, the district says it is not standing by its own language here. Attorney Jason Torchinsky says the gender restriction may or may not be a problem, but he says the race part of it is, and it could put the district in a tough spot.
If you open up a course only to people of a particular race, that's directly in violation of the federal statute. And so the risk for the school district is any kind of federal funding that the school district gets could be at risk if they continue with this program and the federal government decides to restrict their funding.
And the district told us just today that Minneapolis Public Schools does not restrict enrollment in courses or participation in activities on the basis of race, gender, or any other protected class characteristic of students. It continues, it has been brought to our attention that there is language on some of our school websites that is not reflective of our actual practices, and we are working with our staff to update that language as soon as possible. The district would not say why the course guide.
Update the language. You mean get rid of the bullshit class? Because update the language leaves room for them to be still on some bullshit. We're just gonna update the language. Holy moly, man. Yeah, man.
Specified race and gender in the first place. In the last several months, the Trump administration has gone after colleges and universities over alleged Title VI violations. There's no indication, though, that this will happen here. In the newsroom tonight, Mike Manzoni, Fox 9.
All
Mm. Mm. And it don't stop. And it don't stop. It don't stop. Yeah, and you don't stop. It's 187 on the
New calls
undercover.
for justice after our Care 11 investigation uncovered the deadly case of a Minnesota postal worker who had a medical emergency but was arrested for DWI and jailed instead of getting medical help. Gordon Severson joins us with details about the community's demand for answers. Gordon?
Yeah, they argue this is part of a pattern of jail inmates not receiving the proper medical care while they're in custody. They cited several other cases where inmates died, but activists say this case is especially concerning because police treated this man as a criminal instead of a patient who desperately needed their help.
We are demanding accountability for this appalling lack of treatment.
Outside the Dakota County Jail, where Eagan police officers brought Kingsley Bimpong the night of November 16th of last year, community activists are speaking out.
Something has to be done.
A lawsuit filed by Bimpong's family alleges Eagan police officers and Dakota County corrections officers ignored clear warning signs that Bimpong was suffering from a stroke and was not overdosing on drugs or alcohol. The lawsuit says Bimpong was driving home from work at the Postal Service when he started driving the wrong way into traffic.
Hey, Kingsley. Yeah? Where do you live? I don't know.
A Care 11 investigation revealed drug recognition.
Yo, that's funny as hell. I ain't gonna lie, man. R.I.P. to this guy. That was funny as shit. That was hella funny, my man. That was hella funny, bro. Yeah, your family got the right to say you was funny, man. He was funny. He was hilarious, man. He was the life of the party, man. They can really say that shit.
The wrong way into traffic.
Hey, Kingsley. Yeah. Where do you live? I don't know.
A Carol 11 investigation revealed drug recognition evaluators, such as one of the officers who assessed Bing Pong's condition, are trained that people who are suffering from a stroke will often be confused, and they are warned that a stroke may mimic drug and alcohol impairment. Toxicology reports confirmed no drugs were in his system, when jail video showed Bing Pong rolling on the jail floor for more than 3 hours.
Wake up!
Until a jail nurse called paramedics and Bing Pong was rushed to the hospital, where he died 3 days later.
He needed help, and what he got was a cell that turned into a coffin.
Community activists with the Minnesota Freedom Fund, Communities Against Police Brutality, and Black Lives Matter are demanding that all the officers and corrections officers be fired, and that the Minnesota Attorney General's office take
just fire everybody. That fixes it.
over the case to ensure there's an unbiased investigation.
It is unacceptable that you would let a man lay on the floor for 3.5 hours till he went to a hospital and died because you neglected him.
I did reach out to the Eagan Police Department and the Dakota County Sheriff's Attorney's Office to see if they would comment on these concerns. I have not received a reply. We also checked on this wrongful death lawsuit that was filed by the family, and so far, neither the city of Eagan nor the county have filed a formal response to this lawsuit.
All right. Thank you, Gordon. If you have something you'd like our...
Where do you live? I don't know. Salute to Eric S, man. Eric S, man. He says signing up soon. Can't even send basic super chats. Yeah, sign up for the website, man. We're going over the website in 15 minutes, man. If you can't send a super chat on YouTube, send it on at the website, man. The website is always 100% secure, man. Via Stripe, man. The website is 100% secure via Stripe. Everybody head over there to the website now, man. We about to get out of here. We about to get out of YouTube anyway, man. I still got a lot of fans on YouTube, so we coming over here. But if you wanna continue the show, I think I'll go until 2. If you want to continue the show, make sure you get over to the website because we're shutting this down over here on YouTube soon. Make sure you get over to the website. Make sure you get over to the to OcNationNews.com. Link is in the description. Link is also in the yeah. I mean, at 12 o'clock, I'm gonna shut this one down. So yeah. Let's see if we did a few more stories over here. Oh wow. Gun violence.
To you, we begin tonight with the high cost of gun violence. Saturday's shocking shooting death of a teenager in Conway has impacted countless lives, none more so than the victims and the 3 people charged with that murder, none of whom are older than 18. Channel 7's Tyree White set out to learn more today about the crime and one of the suspects who was a high-profile high school football star. He joins us now live in our studio. Tyree.
Chris, last Saturday night, Conway police found a 17-year-old.
Oh, brother, man, come on, bro. You sitting there like with the old bent up body, and then you gonna sound like you don't. Do you want to be here, man? I'll come with this, bro. I'll be like, bro, do you want to be here or not, man? Because we can find somebody else to do your job, man. You need to bring enthusiasm, brother. Bring some enthusiasm to your job, man. Be enthusiastic, man. This is sad, man. Yeah, man. This is damn shame, man. Brother don't care, man. He don't care about his job, man. This brother don't care.
About the crime and one of the suspects who was a high-profile high school football star. He joins us now live in our studio. Tyree.
Chris, last Saturday night, Conway police found a 17-year-old dead, and 3 teens now face capital murder charges. Police haven't released the victim's name yet, but what's clear is this has forever changed several lives.
Okay, we're going to get him where? Is he in a vehicle?
Yes, they were shooting at our car, yes. Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay, stay on the line.
Oh, ma'am, please. He's 17.
That's the 911 call a teenager made as his friend was dying in Conway last weekend. Conway PD hasn't released the victim's name, but say 3 suspects are charged. 18-year-old Dallas Ham, 16-year-old Jaquel Jackson, and 17-year-old Hayden Sublett, a star football player at Bryant High School. All face charges of capital murder.
It's heartbreaking just to see any young man or young woman mixed up in anything like this, and you know your hearts go out to the victim and the families involved.
Sublett transferred to Bryant late last year from Maumelle High School, where he played for Coach Brian Maupin. The coach tells us he's seen gun violence derail too many young lives.
You see kids with so much to lose, risking it, getting mixed up in things, guilty, innocent, just being around that stuff. It's just so disappointing and just so sad for the family and for the young man who you care deeply for.
Sublett had D1 offers from the University of Arkansas and the University of Tulsa. Sports writer Kyle Sutherland says he didn't know Sublett personally, but knows how much potential he had.
First thing that when you hear of these types of situations, it's gut. Like I said, I haven't experienced a ton of them, but it's gut wrenching.
The 911 call reveals the victim was shot inside a friend's car. That friend drove from Bear Haven Apartments on West Martin Street to the Simmons Bank parking lot on Salem Road, where the victim sadly died.
My message to my team this week, outside of just support and comfort, is just being real careful, because innocent, guilty, involved, uninvolved, when you're around that kind of stuff, you get lumped into some really bad things, and things can go south in a hurry, and you just hate to see it with any young man.
The shooting happened last Saturday, and so far, Conway PD still hasn't released the victim's name.
So he was an Arkansas recruit. That's the SEC. So this kid could ball, man. This kid could really ball if he was being recruited by Arkansas. Damn. Whacked out. Straight whacked out. Won't hear nothing about that. Jeez. Yeah, man. Everybody get on over to OckNationNews.com. OckNationNews.com. Everyone get on over to OckNationNews.com. For the remainder of the show. So you can see the end of the show. OckNationNews.com. Yeah, man. OckNationNews.com. This is crazy, man. Poor kid, man. Wanted to be a thug. Wanted to be a gangster. That's all niggas are good for, though. Like we really can't do anything else as well as that. I understand why a lot of niggas want to be gangsters and thugs. Like, what else can a nigga? What else do a nigga qualify to be? Like in mass. I ain't talking about exceptional niggas. I'm talking about irregular and random niggas. Like, seriously. We good at that shit. We're good at that shit. Trying to act like it's like we forced to do that. No, we're good at that. That's why we choose that line of work. We're good at it.
We begin tonight with some breaking news. An officer is hurt after a shooting in Southeast Denver.
Right now, police are saying that a suspect is also injured. We should know we don't know what this person was suspected of doing, what kind of call this officer was responding to at the time of the incident. 9 News reporter Janelle Finch joins us from where it happened at Parker and Peoria in Southeast Denver. Janelle?
Yeah, Kim, Kyle, as you both said, we don't know a whole lot about what happened or what led up to this shooting, but we do know that one officer and a suspect were injured in this shooting. Denver police tell us that we're looking specifically at this Maverick gas station here as the main area of this investigation, although you can see that there are a lot of police here, dozens of Denver PD cars assisted by Aurora PD. Again, we really don't know what happened, but we do know that this investigation does have part of Route 83 closed at this time. We're expecting to potentially hear from Denver Police Chief Ron Thomas, to tell us a little bit more about what happened here and again, what led up to this shooting. But this is all that we know right now. We're hoping to learn some more information and bring you the latest.
Janelle Finch, thank you very much. So we have seen a police presence gather at Denver Health, and that is typical in these situations when you have an injured officer that you have a swarm of law enforcement there at the hospital.
And that's where 9 News reporter Spencer Soysher has been. Spencer, you got there maybe 20 minutes ago or so, and you've seen officers arrive at the scene, other officers.
Right, like you mentioned, that's sort of the thing you would expect
if an officer was injured. We don't know specifically where the suspect was taken or where the officer was taken, but it's pretty clear somebody was taken here to Denver Health just based off of the response that we're seeing. Let's show you what it looked like a couple of minutes ago when we got here. If you take a look, you'll see about a dozen or so officers lined up outside the front porch here at Denver Health. We'd say we counted about 20 police cars as well, lining the street here at Spear and Bannock. The road on Spear is still open, and it appears to be more of a less active scene here than it was. The last thing that I noticed was a bunch of people carrying out bags into a police car. Not entirely sure what that entails or what the reason is for that, but we don't have a lot of other information we can pass along right now, but we'll give you that as soon as we get it. Live at Spear and Bannock, Spencer Soysher, 9 News.
So, Spencer, I mean, we can draw a few inferences from what we know, right? So out there at the scene in Southeast Denver, you've got DPD on scene. You also have Aurora Police on scene. Have you seen any Aurora Police at Denver Health, or is it just DPD that's there?
Not that I've noticed. I think just DPD that's here. Still a lot of officers here. I think it's probably fewer than when we arrived. I don't know if they were maybe going to the scene where the crime may have happened and where Janelle is at, but I haven't noticed any Aurora police officers.
Okay, so wow.
The Orleans Parish coroner identifies that 16-year-old girl fatally shot Wednesday morning as she walked to a bus stop. The victim identified as 16-year-old Lizelle Sarahi Palma Vieira. She was a junior at Walter L. Cohen High School. Neighbors shared this video. As you can see, it shows a man accused of killing her pacing in the neighborhood, apparently waiting for her. Investigators say Vieira was walking with her sister when the 20-year-old suspect walked up and shot her. He then turned the gun on himself. The NOPD chief Kirkpatrick says they've seen.
Jesus Christ. Jesus, this
neighborhood, apparently waiting for her. Investigators say Vieira was walking with her sister.
He's just waiting to see the girl and then kill himself. Y'all don't read those as different, man. Y'all don't read those as different, man. Jeez.
When the 20-year-old suspect walked up and shot her, he then turned the gun on himself. The NOPD chief Kirkpatrick says they've seen a disturbing number of murder-suicides in just the past couple of months.
We went the whole year without a murder-suicide. And in the last 11 to 12 weeks, 10 to 12 weeks, we've had 7. And that is extremely troubling for the whole community, for those who are grieving this type of violence.
The chief also says murder-suicide often evades normal police strategies for prevention.
Man. It is crazy out here, man. Let me oh yeah, I wanted to show y'all something, man. Everybody get on over to the OcNationNews.com. All right, guys, it's 1 o'clock. I made the promise that I was going to shut this down at 12 o'clock. So everybody get over to OcNationNews.com. OcNationNews.com. All one word. All one word. OcNationNews.com. It's all one word. That's where the rest of this show is going to be finished at, man. And it's still, if you want to come up, you can come up onto the panel as well, man. If you still want to come up on the panel. It's all one word. OurNationNews.com. I just dropped the link in the chat. I just dropped the link in the chat. I just dropped the link in the chat for all you people. I just dropped the link in the chat, OurNationNews.com. We are headed over there right now. Let me shut this down on YouTube. Salute to everybody on YouTube. Thank you for coming through, the whole YouTube crowd. We're going over to the website.